What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Gold Guy YouTube channel. Man, it has been a long time since you've seen this bike. This is my 1981 Honda CB750 that I turned into a cafe racer about 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know. This is my first bike, and it's been sitting in my garage here at my new house for a while, just collecting dust. This video is all about cleaning this thing up, pulling out of the garage after a long winter, and I'm gonna be putting a new tail light on it, some new turn signals, because one, I don't think these turn signals really fit the bike, and also some of them don't work. I take that back. None of the turn signals work. But before I do any of that, I really desperately need to give this bike a bath. The next day, and I really want to get this thing out, take it on a ride on this beautiful day. So what I'm gonna do now is try to figure out why none of the back lights are working. Now with an issue like this, it can be kind of tough to find the problem, but what I always do is start with the easiest possibility and gradually get to the solution. Hopefully it's the easiest thing. In my case, the easiest thing is to check the fuses, and if I have a blown fuse, then I'll replace it, and hopefully that will get those lights working again. Oh, we got a blown fuse. That is the best way that could have went, but there's a reason why it's blown. That is the tail meter, so that makes sense. Guys, I got that new fuse, 10 amp. Let's pop it in. Yep, the left turn signal is working. Let's check the right. And the right turn signal is also working. But as you can see, only 3 out of like the 10 LEDs are working. And looks like the tail light's working, but what about the brake light? Yeah, at least we have turn signals. Well, that fix was pretty easy, but will starting it after sitting all winter be as easy? Probably not. Only one way to find out. Oh, we're getting close. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Seems like it's running okay. Let's see how it rides. Well, guys, I am very surprised. It doesn't seem like it's running too bad for sitting all winter long. But now my turn signals aren't working either, so this is a very unsafe ride. And I've obviously got some work to do on this bike. but I think I can take it for a quick ride around the block. Whoa! Holy crap! I did not expect that. It is running way better than I ever could have imagined. This is insane. I rode it once like 7 months ago back in fall, and it was not running very good at all. But yeah, this isn't bad. Now I just hope that I don't run out of gas. Okay guys, yeah, the bike's running way better than I thought, but I still don't want to push my luck. I'm gonna head home. But first, we gotta get a thumbnail. I gotta head home. This bike's sketchy right now. Whoa, a little sideways there. It's really fast, but it still feels like it is a little bit slower than it normally is. I don't think it's running on all cylinders. If it is, then it's kind of lagging on one of them. So I probably need to clean the carburetors out real good and just make sure all my jets are clear. But hey, I am beyond thrilled that this bike is running as good as it is. I just gotta fix some electrical issues, and then we can definitely take this thing out on some longer rides. Holy shit. That dog almost bit my leg. That was sketchy. That guy didn't even care. He was like, bite him. Bite him. This bike's too loud. Bite him. Holy crap. I almost got bit by a dog. The bike's running pretty good though. Alright, now it's time to unbox the new lighting I got for this bike. So I'll put a link to these in the description in case you guys want to check them out. So this would be the turn signals. I thought these just looked a lot better, matched the aesthetic of the bike. Kind of odd. All we have is one wire for each. So I guess the actual stud grounds the unit. And then this must be the power. Then this would be the tail light. I'm really excited to see how this looks in person, because you can never tell from the pictures. And there we go. That is the tail light. I think these will look awesome on the bike together. I'm excited to see them. First thing I'm gonna need to do is rip off all this old crap. So the old tail light assembly and the turn signals. Yeah, that came apart pretty easily. Wow, they all did. Well, that's kind of sketchy. I just took the push-in connector, shoved the wire through it, and twisted it up. That is something I would do. There we go. The turn signals are totally disconnected. If you want to see a really old video of me doing this crappy lighting install, check the link in the description. Maybe you'll get some laughs out of it. There we go. Now all that crappy old eBay lighting is removed. Now I've just got to remove the front turn signals. And as you can see, the wiring back here is kind of a bird's nest. I need to really clean that up. Oh, that was easy. Let's get these crappy things off of here. And there we go. Now we can say goodbye to these forever. Now it's time to install the new turn signals. First we gotta feed the wire through. There we go. And then gonna thread the nut on. Now I just gotta tighten it up. Couldn't be any easier. And then the right one. As you can see, these are the little tabs I welded onto my frame so that I could mount my old taillight, and the bolt holes line up perfectly. And the license plate mount is bent just the right way so that my tire doesn't hit the license plate. If I put this up there, the license plate would go straight into the tire, and we cannot have that. Furthermore, the bolt holes do not line up at all. So what I'm thinking of doing is kind of making a hybrid between these two. I'm going to simply bolt this on how it was before, and then I'm going to take this taillight, modify it slightly by cutting off the license plate mounts here and here, and then I will just need to drill 2 new bolt holes right here so that the new taillight can get mounted onto the old taillight frame, and then the license plate can get mounted up, and everything will work out just fine. I guess this piece could use a little bit of cleaning up too. Stay there. It's the next day and the paint is dry. I didn't know it, but I actually used a black hammered spray paint. Either way, it looks pretty cool, and most of this is gonna get covered up anyways. So let's put this thing together. Don't need all that extra bolt on there. Time to bolt it on. Now all that's left to do is the wiring. So here we got the left turn signal. If I remember correctly, that goes to the orange wire, and then the right turn signal goes to the teal one. I'm just going to test these before I actually hardwire anything. And then we've got 3 wires coming from the taillight assembly. Red, white, and black. I'm guessing black's ground, red's probably power, and white is probably the turn signal. I mean the brake light switch. I wish I could use these push pin connectors, but I don't have any of the female end, so this is just totally guessing at this point, but we'll do black to brown, red to green, and then white to green with white stripe. Well, left turn signal is correct. Right turn signal is correct. Let's see if the brake light works. Nope. Got it. By using process of elimination, I found out that the green wire is actually the ground wire. The brown is the running light wire, which always stays on. And then the green with a yellow stripe wire is the brake switch wire. So now we can get these connections secured properly. I'm gonna solder these wires together because I don't have any actual connectors. I really don't see myself disconnecting these wires anytime soon. Well, first I get the heat shrink tubing on there, then I twist the wires together, then I take my soldering iron and a little bit of flux, heat up those wires, also get a little bit of flux on the actual solder itself, and then simply melt the solder into the wire. And then I'm going to just kind of straighten the wire out, pull the heat shrink tubing over the connection, and simply hit it with a pink lighter. It has to be pink, especially if you're working on a Harley, then you probably need a pink bedazzled lighter. And there we go, that's a good connection. So now I'm just going to repeat that for all the other wires. And there we go, nice and clean. And now the moment of truth. Let's see if the seat actually fits on here. All that's left now is the front turn signals. The front's not going to be quite as easy as the back because the hole that we need to put the turn signals in is way bigger than this nut piece, but maybe I could use a couple washers. Nice, that fits perfectly. I'm gonna feed the wire through. Just gonna put a washer on the other side as well. Then I just gotta get the nut on. I can already tell that looks awesome. Might have to reroute this cable right here. Whew, that was a struggle. I think I did that the hard way. And now the other turn signal, the final one. They're both attached, now we just gotta wire them up. Alright, black wire from the turn signal to the black and green wires from the bike. Okay, guess it just needs to be connected to the green wire. And the black wire does absolutely nothing. So we've just got to connect the green wire from the bike to the black wire of the turn signal and then cap off this black extra wire from the bike because we obviously don't need it. Heat shrink, twist together, slide on some super small heat shrink, then I'll melt that and it'll cap off that wire. And we've got to solder this up. Shrink that up. Okay, now I just gotta clean up these wires a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching another Gold Guy video. I feel like I got a lot done in this video. It's been a long time since I've actually worked on this bike. And let me tell you, it felt good fixing my old 18-year-old mistakes. And I'm sure I'm still making some 22-year-old mistakes, but either way, I love how these new lights fit the theme of the bike. Before, really didn't make sense because I kind of had like modern looking sport bike lighting on an old 1981 Cafe Racer that I named Vintage Americana. I just think these lights fit a lot better. I love how it looks. So this thing is just about ready for summer. I'm definitely going to be riding this thing around quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to it. Nice weather is coming. If you guys liked seeing the old CB750 Cafe Racer, please let me know in the comments down below because I would love to make more videos with this bike. I'm really thinking of putting clip-on handlebars on it. I think they look a lot cleaner. Either way, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next videos on this bike. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.